Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review of The Great Jahy Will Not Be Defeated, Episode 8. The Great Jahy Can't Bathe. And I keep on repeating myself with each episode I'm watching when I do this. It's just how each episode keeps getting better and better, as I keep on saying. Because this show has become a real gem, amazing. It's just been full of really good things of the show. I really love The Great Jahy Will Not Be Defeated. In episode 8, it shows more, in this case, of Jahy getting more of a taste of getting a taste of luxury. That's what it is. Because we know over the past episodes, she's been full on hit with karma, right? How she's been living so poorly. Karma's been hitting her every which way to Sunday, basically. And here she's been giving a taste of a good life. We see Jahy come back, her servant, and how first of all, how we see Jahy bathing again, that small metal pan that she bathes in. But you can call it much of a bath though. And then gets right in Jahy's limousine, getting a taste of eating all these good sweets and all that stuff, and even the limousine has this thing where she could change the lighting inside the limo, and just Jahy is all in awe, seeing her face, and it's like, I'm living in this car now. And meets with Jahy and say, even though we know that Jahy's now rich, right? She's not only that though, we know that she's rich, but she is president of her own company. And I like the fact of this because this is how this is addressed in an anime, which sadly it comes off in real life, basically. So because she's president of her own company, but with how she says it is she basically makes a living. She profits off the lower class, right? Makes profits off the lower class. How would you describe it? I want to get the dialogue right. Yes, we take advantage of those greedy lower life forms. Basically, taking their money, basically, of the lower class. We take advantage of those greedy lower life forms, and suck out the sweet nectar called a consultancy fee. Yeah. So yeah, she basically takes money from the lower class. Sadly, though, that's something how I could definitely see it. It is definitely in real life, basically. So it's funny to see that dressed in anime, and she wants to make Jahy invite Jahy to this speech that she wants to give. She wants Jahy to give a speech in front of Jahy's clients. And so she puts on a little nice dress. And I like the fact that we know that what Jahy was going to say though, but I like the fact that Jahy is basically speaking for her. She wanted her to give a speech, but Jahy's speaking for her instead. Jahy gets a few words out though, but then Jahy is finishing it for her. so that part I thought was pretty funny. And she's been eating all these good stuff, getting a taste of good food because she's been eating for crap, basically, bean sprouts and this other stuff. So nice to see her. She's shoving her face full of this good food, and then but another great thing was about finally because her manager, her boss at work, that says that she's been you didn't bathe? Have you bathed? And she's only once every 3 days. And it's oh, that's not good, basically. So she takes her and her sister, landlady, to a bathhouse because Jahy's never been to a bathhouse. It's never crossed her mind because, since given the circumstances, she's never had an actual bath since she came to the human world, and just give the fact that, like I said, she's been treated to all this good stuff, considering everything that has happened to her, and considering compare what she did in the Dark Realm. Excuse me. And then I had the fact where she had how there's a price for certain adults and children and all this stuff to get in the bathhouse. I like the fact that she changes to her child form to basically pay cheaper to get in, and then she changes back into adult when she's in. There's also the fact that what she does that, she changes into adult because she because she kind of sees the chest size of her boss and then her sister landlady. She did that just because she does have technically she has a bigger chest than landlady does, and she did that just to make her jealous. And even to the point where even in the bathhouse, Jahy was making landlady jealous because her sister, her boss manager's sister landlady is kind of babying Jahy. He's manager is scrubbing her back and all that stuff, and the sister is why are you babying her, And I think she's getting a little bit jealous because the sister, she used to be treated like that when she was a little girl with her sister, right? Her older sister used to treat her like that, and now that she's older now, doesn't need for that anymore, and now the manager is doing the same thing with Jahy, and she's getting a bit jealous of that. Which I thought was pretty funny and well done, So, and also throughout the whole during the and all the whole well, hold on a second though. But yeah, even the whole thing, I'm enjoying that and saying, oh, and Jahy's oh, are you being jealous? And also she knows about shampoo, and she just knows about shampoo, how good the shampoo feels, and basically also she's first time ever has actual hot water, because which she's bathing in in her teensy apartment in that pan. It's not hot water at all. It's cold water, right? So she's experiencing the nice relaxing of a hot bath for the first time, and how she's soaking it all in, saying, "Oh, this is so great," And if you pay attention, you can see there's besides the landlady and the sister, manager and Jahy, there's another person that's in there in the bathhouse with them, and as they're changing, you see that it's Sawa, the one who wants to ruin Jahy, right? Who had those failed attempts to ruin her reputation, with a big dog, and even transforming to her, but accidentally making Jahy look good. Yeah, so Sawa is there in the bathhouse with them. Now I don't know, you did to follow them with the bathhouse, or just coincidentally she's there. So okay, it's nice to see. Okay, I see you. I see Sawa there. Okay, because we know that was her because when they're changing back into their clothes, she was putting back her uniform on. Okay, I was okay, I see that, Sawa. Okay. So I did like the whole thing in the bathhouse, So it was nice about another bonding with manager and landlady. It was nice and another bonding experience. And I like that also by the end, which there's no funny thing after the credits this time. Usually after the end credits, there's always something that's a parody or something that's been continuing afterwards. There was something after the credits this time so there's no end credits this time, but just before that, I like the fact where she's back at Druji's place, and Druji's created this trying to make a replication of the Dark Realm. Get a taste of because even earlier when she was leaving, she wanted to go home, right? And well, the same thing is happening here. she's having a good time because Juji created a replica of the Dark Realm, like her throne and like some of the food that she used to eat back in the Dark Realm. Even a couple of her fellow subjects, even doing the same treating treating Juji poorly like she did back then, like sitting on her, or oh, this food is awful, you eat it. And Juji's taking it's like, oh, thank you, I'm so honored. Even with all that though, she's been there's an instant where she changes. It's like all of a sudden she says she wants to go home. She wants to go home now, and she has that look on her face, and then where she changes back and she's crying. Even though she says she wants to go back to the Dark Realm, get the crystals, and go back to the Dark Realm, though, I know that look in her face that as much as she wants to go back in the Dark Realm, her being in the human world has dramatically changed her. Right? She still puts on that tough thing that she's the great Jahy, the second in command of the Dark Realm. She still puts that on, right? Though, but the thing is, though, living in this human world has dramatically changed her. She thinks things differently now. Even with the whole thing, yeah, she's having a Dark Realm party, as they call it, like she living in a duplicate of the Dark Realm, though. But the thing is, though, it's not the same how she's not gonna act the same how she used to be, though. Living in this human world has changed her drastically. She's come to appreciate more in the human world, because like hot baths and like shampoo and all those good foods and stuff like that, and other luxury stuff, right? And also the meeting with the manager and landlady, the bond all three that she shared with the two of them, it's definitely changed her drastically. She's not. Yeah, she's acting like she's back in the Dark Realm, but the thing, it's not the same anymore because the human world has changed her base so much. She's come to appreciate more of the human world, so that's why she chose to leave and go back home. So, yeah, it's definitely like a more great character development of her growth of how what living in the human world has made her now. It's made her a better person. Yeah, she tries to act tough, act like she's still the second command of the Dark Realm, but though she's changed. She's become more of a better person, appreciating and stuff like that. And then that's what brings with Druji. I wonder she's eventually going to discover the truth that how her master has been living in a poorhouse, basically eating off of nothing, and she doesn't own that bar. She only works there, serving another human basically. So there is going to be a time where she's eventually going to learn where Druji's going to learn the truth about this. Which it is eventually going to happen, though, because we got 20 episodes in the season, so we only got about 12 episodes to go. So she's going to learn the truth, which I would like to see that, though, and seeing more of the little girl that she befriended, Kohakuro, and then it's more with Sawa, what she's doing, what she's up to, and the magical girl as well. So I'm looking forward to the next episode. So this one is definitely more of Jahy gave more of a taste of a luxury life, of eating good and more on baths and stuff like that. So she got a taste of basically she's been rewarded because she deserves it, because we feel sorry for the character because she's been karma is such a bitch basically. She's been hit hard with karma, so she deserves a reward to live and relax for once in her life in this human world. So it was good. It was really good for her to see. It was good to see that to her, though, and to see that how just at the end how she's learned to she's changed dramatically, because it's not the same living in the Dark Realm. Even though she wants to go back, but living in this human world has changed her so much. She's become more of a better person, and it's more growth in her character, which I like. So. Like I said, this show has been really amazing. It's been fantastic, and just I love the series, and it's been really great. So episode 8, Jahy can't bathe, Another great episode. I really enjoyed it. With the whole thing where her speech keeps getting interrupted by Druji, and the whole bonding with manager and landlady in the bathhouse, the humor, and like I said, just like more of the character development on Jahy. It's just been really a roller coaster ride for this character, and I loved it. So yeah, episode 8 of the Great Jahy will not be defeated. Episode 8, the Great Jahy Can't Bathe. Another good episode. I give another more thumbs up props to this episode, and I can't wait for more. Like I said, but thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Later.